Hi, I'm Dr. Ragini again and this time I will be talking about a topic HR information system which is part of the unit 5 of the main course of MBA paper, that is talent management. Let us talk about information system or information rather. What is information? As we say, information is the lifeblood of any organization. That is, without information the company cannot survive, just like the blood, without blood a human body cannot survive, right class. So, that is the importance of information in the company. And then just like the blood flows in our body in a free flow form using the arteries or the veins, similarly the information should also flow freely in the company using a proper channel of information from one department to another department, from one person to another person, based on the requirement of a particular type of information by a particular type of person. Now, all these things you have already studied in MIS. So, we are not talking about MIS over here. We are talking about HRIS, Human Resource Information System. So, what exactly is HRIS? Just like MIS, where we talk about information gathering and collection of information, then disbursement of that information to every department for decision making purpose. In human resource department also, they also need certain informations related to the people who are already present in the system, who are already present in the organization for effective management of the organization. What type of information is required? For example, name of the person, their birth date, their phone number, their mail ID, their educational qualification, their work experiences, their hobbies, achievements, extra achievements, everything pertaining to those people, their strengths, their weaknesses. So, all these informations are required by human resources department. Now, the question comes why? And the answer is so as they can decide upon the role, correct role for correct person based on their competencies. Say for example, a person who is very good at say talent acquisition, he is very good at say screening of the candidate, is suddenly given the task of talent engagement, where the person lacks a lot. He is not at all creative, but still he has to work out various strategies for engaging the people in the company. What will happen? There are only two ways. One, this person is assigned the task of gradually learning and performing, Obviously, the performance will not be that effective in the beginning, because that person, that that employee, he does not know anything about engagement. He does not know how to conduct various role modeling exercises. He does not know how to conduct various team building games. So, how is he going to give better performance unless until he has learnt those techniques, and then only he will be able to give his performance. Unlike the situation where if he is given a talent acquisition task only, he would be a performer from day one. So, to again the idea is to create that fit in the organization or to fill the performance gap. Thus, according to Tannenbaum, HRIS is an integrated system that help an organization acquire, store, manipulate, analyze, retrieve and distribute information about an organization's human resources. Following this, now the question comes, why HRIS? Because I believe every good organization has a very big human resources department comprising of a lot of people. So, more people the work is distributed among them, and per person the work is very less and they can perform it well. But think of a situation like this, where there are piles of files and the person does not know from where to start, which file to use first, right. Instead of this, if the whole pile of files is converted into a database, an electronic database shifted to the computer, where a small command and the person can retrieve any information from any depth of the files, maybe 10 years old data can also be retrieved just by a click of mouse. Isn't the life good? Yes. At least, if not anything else, the productive hours of that manager would be saved. He can utilize his time for taking decisions, for making strategies, instead of searching and sorting the files, right. So, you can say why HRIS? In order to create and maintain employee records, ensure legal compliances, forecast and plan future HR requirements, reduce manual work, thus saving the productive time of managers, and lastly assist managers by providing relevant data. Right. Think of a situation, the senior manager wants a particular data, ask the junior person to find that data, and the junior person is from morning till evening for continuously 2 to 3 days sitting in the store searching each and every file and looking for a particular set of data. It is not only the productive time of that assistant wasted, the equally the productive time of the senior manager is also wasted, because in the absence of that data, the information, he cannot take any decision. So, that is why an information system of all the human resources of all the people in the company is very, very essential, very, very required. Moving further, this whole system of HRIS was not developed in a day. It took ages, stages. The first ever stage was the EDP stage. EDP, that is wherein every data, every kind of information was stored in the computer, and this was possible only after the computers, the internet system was made prevalent in the companies. I am talking of maybe early 1980s, when computer actually became prevalent, when internet actually became prevalent, was used massively by the corporates, by the companies, then only they were able to transfer all these files into computer and create a storage of data, right. So, EDP stage comprised of, or I can say it focused on data storage. That was the first and most important thing, the prior most thing that was done. That is, all the files from manual filing to be made electronic. Once this was done, then only the next step, that is processing and information flows, was created. That is how this data should be transferred from one desk to another desk. We have local area networks, we have wide area networks, we have worldwide networks. So many types of networks were created so as to free flow that information from one computer to another, from one desk to another, from one place to another place, from one office to another office. But since it was the nascent stage, the preliminary stage, obviously this the usage of data, the application of this data was restricted to only payroll and storing of basic details of employees, right, like their names, their date of birth, their mobile numbers if at all available, or their residence number or office desk number, and their mail IDs if at all possible, right. No other usage, and this data was used for payroll purpose, for making their salaries. That was the only usage given, right. So, again it had the very limited, if we look upon from the HR perspective. So, at this stage the information that was given to the HR department was for a very limited purpose, that was for only for payroll and maintaining the basic details of employees. Then came the second stage, MIS stage, where this data was used for more, or you can say better purposes, like report generation. Different types of reports now could be generated created by HR, right. For example, their compliance report, for example, their absenteeism report, for example, their attendance part. All these reports could be generated. Idea was to control their operations and link it to the budgeting of the company. That is, if a person has been absent for more than 15 days and if it is liable for salary cutting, then yes, the salary should be cut. If it is liable for show cause notice, then immediately a show cause notice to be generated from the system and to be sent to on his mail ID. So, the information at this stage was used for more operational purposes and for creating more control in the company. Moving further, present context or present times. DSS stage. What is DSS? You must have read about DSS in MIS. DSS stands for Decision Support System. That is, just like all other departments, even the human resource department also uses information for making different types of decisions. What all decisions are made by human resource department? By the usage of data, that is this data is used for competency mapping, from where and how to use the existing manpower for future sake. Say for example, the company is planning to expand further, or maybe the company is planning to diversify in a totally different sector. Now, instead of hiring new people and incurring more cost to the company can look for competent people within their own organization, within their own database or within their own system, and just utilize those their competencies to carry out the basic function or basic roles in the diversified companies, right. For example, I came across one such person. He was having an immense experience of HR and hence was taken as an HR person in a big company. Now, this person, before specializing in HR, experting himself in HR, initially he was a legal person, he was a law graduate, and for few years he has practiced in a law firm also, which obviously once he took up the HR function, the company, he never utilized. But later on, when the company diversified into a totally different sector, they required a person who had that legal knowledge, who could work in the compliance section, and there they found this person. How could they find? Obviously, the HRIS here helped them, okay, because all the data of all the people, their competencies, their new certifications, everything is stored. based and just a click of mouse, and they came across, okay fine, this is the person who holds not only an HR degree, but also a law degree, and also has done certain certifications on compliances also. So, he is the biggest fit. Why not transfer this person, give him some hike, promote him, and make him a project manager? I won't name this company, but yes guys, I have met this person, and let me tell you, he was mind boggling. He performed like anything, because this was something which was neglected, but it was very near to his heart. So, once he got this opportunity, and he performed like anything. So, obviously apart from this, then training and development initiatives, compensation packages, right. So, that means in nutshell what we can say is that because of this HRIS, because of this information system, the human resources, the department can do wonders. They can not only create a fit in the organization, they can at the same time create a delight for their existing employees, thus making them more than satisfied, thus making them delighted, and that leads to sustainability in the organization. So, today class, we are living in this era, that is the DSS stage, and yes, more is to come. The applications where all HRIS or HR information system is applied in the company, and here you can see database management is just a small part, as you can see from this big flower. Apart from this database, there are more petals like time and labor management, payroll, talent acquisition, talent management engagement, talent retention, which is very important. You train people and then people go and serve some other organization, it is a loss for the company. So, talent retention, employee interface, and of course, the benefits management, which was earlier lacking and that was leading to huge turnovers in the companies, because people were not finding, people were not feeling happy and contented in the organization. Therefore, they were leaving. So, benefit management is very important. What is due to a particular employee should be given. I remember a company, I just came across a company, again I will not give a name to this company over here, but they have a very unique system called GEMS, GEMS, GEMS. We know GEMS means Ratna, right. So, here obviously, the gems are not the real gems that are given to employees, but this is a term which is coined by the HR department out there for anyone who has performed over and above the expectation of their seniors. They are awarded gems, and this is nothing monetary, this is non-monetary benefit, gems, which can be encashed later on in the terms of promotions, or in terms of salary hike, or in some material terms, maybe some gift hamper or something, whatever way. But these gems are real motivators. Now, who has to be given gems? When a person should be given gems, how the gems should be allocated, whether those gems have been allocated or not, how this is managed. Because when I talk about this organization, I am talking about a huge organization comprising of more than 1 lakh employees. So, managing more than 1 lakh employees is not a small task. It is an Herculean task for the HR department, and yet the HR is able to manage only because of this HRIS. So, this is very important. Now, this is a system workflow of HRIS used in a company called Mstrack. As you can see, at the center of the whole workflow is employee database or HRIS. This employee database is used for so many purposes like goal setting and tracking, appraisal, training and development, multi-rater feedback, performance linked bonuses, payroll, compensation planning, manpower planning, recruitment portal, what not. In nutshell, if I say every function of the company is managed and maintained and controlled by this employee database called HRIS, right. So, this gives us this leads us to think and determine how important this HRIS is for the function of any company, because ultimately this is this HRIS, as you can see from this graph, from this diagram, this leads to formation of strategy of the company as well. So, everything, every function is small or big is linked with HRIS only, and that is why we say information system is the lifeblood. Moving to various models of HRIS. There are three models usually used: input and output model, model of HRIS adoption and HRIS success model. Going one by one, we first start with input and output model. As you can see from this diagram, input output model, just like in the case of a computer where we have an input and output system, is similar to that, very similar to that. At the processing end is the HRIS database. So, in order to process the information into HRIS database, from where to input the information. So, this information is retrieved from data processing subsystem as well as human resource research subsystem, which is available internally in the company. Then some sort of information is retrieved from outside world, from environmental sources, that is human resource intelligence subsystem. That is, you actually dig information, you actually smell out that information from your competitors, from market, from other companies, etc. Then this HRIS database, how does it work? This information is then outputted. It is given to various systems in the company for its betterment, like workforce planning, recruitment, workforce management, compensation, benefits subsystem and environmental reporting subsystem, which is we have just now talked about, right. So, it is a very simple model, just like a computer input output system, we have this input and output model. The second model, that is HRIS adoption. HRIS adoption model says that the human resource department is full of various types of informations about all the people in the company, all the employees of the company. The smallest to biggest, every type of information is available about them, and not only about them, about their families. I remember talking to an HR intern in a company. So, as she narrated to me, while talking to her, her boss, the unit head, talked to her once and wanted to know everything about her family. She was little apprehensive why. So, she came to me, why is he asking so much about my family? So, I clarified this thing, that probably they are in the process of creating every information about you, so that they can utilize you further on various platforms based on that information, right. So, the same thing, this is this HRIS adoption. The people who are working, their families, every information is stored, and then this information is used in different dimensions like human resource dimension, organizational dimension, environmental dimension and technological dimension. Wherever it is deemed fit, wherever it is required to be used. Then HRIS success model, right. Now, that is what is at the base of the success of human resource information system. How to make this human resource information system a successful system. So, any system can be made successful when the users of that system are satisfied. So, how to satisfy the users? By creating a quality of information. The system quality should be there, the information quality should be there, ease of use, and the most important thing, usefulness of that information. For example, again I remember that girl, as I recall that girl, she was asked about her hobbies and she said, just as a matter of you can say while conversing with her boss, that she is a trained Bharatanatyam dancer. Now, later on she came to me asking what was the usefulness of this information. I said, you would be required to the company would be requiring to use this information, and I am betting that you would be given talent engagement task. After a week or 10 days so, she came back to me saying, yes, I have been assigned talent engagement. Now, this is where the usefulness of information comes. These are few HRIS softwares and tools which are used usually in the system here in India. Going a little in detail about one of the application, Zoho People. As you can see, it talks about, it has so many icons, as you can see all these icons, HR Essentials, HRMS, automation and customization, HR analytics, then employee onboarding, attendance, shift scheduling, time sheets. So, on that means every function of HR is covered in this, right. As I explored more to the, of this we can say application, I found something certain things which are very, very essential, very, very surprising. As you can see, this particular screenshot talks about the travel expenses. No need to give your bills to someone in the HR and you have and then they are lost and your money is gone. Just fill everything in the system. This is the dashboard comprising of all the services which are provided in this Zoho People application software, which includes the HR analytics, the CRMS, everything. Likewise, you have another window wherein you have facility for filling in various information for staffing agencies, in case if you are involving consultants for recruitment, for corporate HRs, for temporary workforce. This is pertaining to recruitment dashboard, right. This is the detail of the recruitment dashboard only. And then this is again about the reimbursements. Again, fill all the columns and your reimbursement is clear. Everything to be uploaded in the system, and the system will tell you, calculate your reimbursement, and that much money will be accounted in your reimbursement account. Similarly, Zoho People also provides the facility to chat, just like in case of MS Teams. Similarly, on the similar thing, MS Teams is also there. So, in MS Teams also you but MS Teams is a team forming, or you can say it is a meetings application, but in Zoho People, which is more of an HRIS application, there also you have facility to chat people, to clarify your doubts with the HR people. Then you have this work scheduling aspect also, which is there in this. You can schedule your various tasks and see which one is pending and which one is done. You can mark it over here. And then the helpline is there, and finally, as you can see, again the dashboard of a marketing department. So, as you can see, this is the entire Zoho People in nutshell that I have given you the glimpse. You can just log into it, you can just see this application, and you can view this application and find out more about it. But this is one of the perfect HRIS application softwares which I could find available in today's area, and based on this applicability, this is very much required, very much I can say it is very popular among the companies. Thank you.